Over 600 entrepreneurs in the room, all on their feet, and they're shouting the words I had just shared moments before. If you can't say what makes you different, neither can AI. And now I planned it, but didn't plan it for how well it went. I didn't really script it, but it happened. And I'll never forget it, because that moment said everything I've been trying to teach, to try to tell you. It's not about hype. None of this. It's about truth. So let me take you back for a second. I'm in Orlando. I just finished speaking at the AI for Business Live event. Whew, what a great event. Another one's coming up in November in Vegas. You've got to be there. So this was the biggest room I've ever stood in since I left the day-to-day of my television career. Over 600 people, all here to grow their business, learn how to use AI, and build something unforgettable. And I was the guy on stage talking about identity. Not tech, not tools, not tactics. I was there to remind them. AI will amplify what makes you unforgettable. But only if you know what that is. AI will amplify what makes you unforgettable, but only if you know what it is. Right now, we are drowning in content. Everyone's got a podcast. Everyone's posting reels. Everyone's building a newsletter, launching a funnel, hiring a team. It's never been easier. But most of them are missing the one thing that makes everything else work. Clarity. Clarity on what makes you different. Clarity on what your audience should care. Clarity on what your brand really feels like. If you've ever asked yourself, why isn't my content landing? Why don't people respond like I hoped? Why do I feel like I'm doing everything right, but I'm still invisible? In this video, it's for you. Yeah, you. Because I've lived it too. So if you've watched my videos, you probably know my backstory. But for those that are just entering the $2 bill brand world and the world of Brad Holcman, here's my backstory. I spent 20 years in television, still here, different role, and I greenlit and produced over $2 billion in shows. Intervention, 60 Days In, Triple Digit Flip, Zombie House Flipping, just to name a few of over 100 television shows. I was the one that helped tell powerful stories. Stories that got millions of people to care just like you. But when I left the day-to-day of the corporate world to become an entrepreneur, I felt like a nobody. I didn't even realize that would happen. No one cared about my resume. Well, some of you, but for the most part, nobody did. No one was handing me a stage. I didn't know how to talk about myself. My phone wasn't ringing. I wasn't clear on what made me valuable outside of that old job title. Because I couldn't say it, no one else could either. So that's when I realized the same thing that I had always taught in television. What I had to learn again for myself was your story, that's your strategy, but only if it's told in the right way. Here's what I see with most brands, and maybe you see it too. A lot of brands copy what's trendy. Great. A lot of brands try to sound professional. Does that sound like you? A lot of brands polish their content to the point where it loses all heart. That is common. And what they end up with is something that's technically right, follows the rules, but emotionally forgettable because it doesn't sound like them. It sounds like everyone else in the industry. And when that happens, AI can't save you. Sorry. It's just going to speed up your invisibility. And that's what I mean when I say, if you can't say what makes you different, neither can AI. It's not just a clever line, it's the line between being remembered or ignored. That's why I created something called the Vibe Finder GPT. It's a free tool, no strings attached, and it's built to help you answer the question most people avoid. What actually makes you rare, valuable, and unforgettable? It's not just a brand exercise. It's not just about logos or color palettes. It's about clarity. And once you have it, once you have clarity, AI becomes your best friend. Because now you're feeding the machine something only you can offer. Wouldn't that be nice? Well, you can grab the Vibe Finder GPT below. Seriously, it's free. The link is going to be right there. And don't just take my word for it. The people who've used it have said things like, I've never seen myself so clearly before. Ooh. Now, I finally know what to say when someone asks me what I do. Ooh. And this made me fall in love with my own brand again. How awesome is that? That's the power of naming your difference. And if you said, Brad, I took the GPT, or that's not enough. You want to go deeper? I got you. If you don't just want clarity, but you want confidence, conversion, then book a $2 bill brand audit. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to unpack what makes you distinct. We're going to rewrite your brand message in your voice, and we're going to build a plan to turn that message into opportunity. This isn't just for new entrepreneurs. It's actually kind of not for new entrepreneurs. It's for established entrepreneurs. It's for people who've been doing this for a while and are finally ready to stop blending in. You're going to walk away with a headline that hits, a message that moves, and a brand that feels like you. So book it below. You can actually go to the Vibe Finder GPT link, then it will get you there. But here's also another link to go directly to booking the $2 bill brand audit. And yes, it's called the $2 bill brand for a reason, because the $2 bill is rare, it's real, it still works, just like you. So I want to leave you with this. In 10 years, no one will remember your funnel. They won't remember your swipe file. They won't care what AI tool you used. But they are going to remember how you made them feel. They will remember your voice, your vision, your story. So don't let the algorithm define your brand. Don't wait until you've earned clarity. Claim it now. Speak it now. Own it now. Because if you don't say what makes you different, neither can AI. So start with the Vibe Finder GPT, and then let's build your $2 bill brand. And tomorrow, I'm going to show you why relevance is the real game, not reach. Let's go.